And I accepted Christ that night in 1978, and it's been a journey ever since. Out there in California, I was really not handling life well. And my mom one day gave me the ultimatum: what do you want to do? Go live with your father? Like that was punishment. Well, my dad was my hero. And he was living in London, England, believe it or not. And so I like to say God gave me a 3-year timeout, because next thing I know, I'm on a plane to London, England, and
Wow.
went to an American school overseas, had an entirely different environment, new friends, everything was changed. But we went to a base chapel where they had it wasn't even a youth program. It was a youth choir. And I had nothing else to do. So next thing I know, I'm singing in the choir. I don't even know who I'm singing about. I'm just singing in the choir. And
How old were you?
Middle school, so seventh
Okay.
grade.
Oh,
Okay.
those are
And
tough
this is
years.
1978, which tells you how old I am. But so literally, we're singing one night at a place called Hildenborough Hall outside of London, which is, I found out later, was where Billy Graham staged his great crusades from the 60s. And
Wow.
and the guy presented the gospel. First time I'd ever, heard the entire presentation of the gospel with an invitation to accept Christ. And I'm sitting there thinking, I just sang about Jesus and I don't even know who he is. And I accepted Christ that night in 1978, and it's been a journey ever since. So
Wow.
my faith walk has been a development. I had a friend the other night at my small group at church said, my relationship to the Lord happened in an instant. My sanctification takes a lifetime. So
This is good.
I would tell you
That's
that my
really good.
sanctification is ongoing.
We're all on the journey, no doubt about it. Man, that is a really great story. So that's interesting that we were bringing up King Charles and kind of what you're seeing there. And that's where
Have
you met Jesus.
Have you been back there lately? My son and I did a business trip there probably 6 years ago.
I'd say 2018.
Something like that. These last 4 years just seemed like a year. Just like a long. The last 4 years seemed like a long year.
They
I don't
do,
know
for sure.
But it wasn't what I expected. You could see the impacts of immigration greatly, and I don't know what I expected. You watch a movie, you watch Notting Hill or something, or you kind of expect London to kind of look a
Downton
certain.
Abbey.
Yeah, exactly.
Downton Abbey.
Yep.
And it was nothing like that. I think they're coming up on 8 or 10 years of the number one baby name in the UK being Muhammad, and the kind of the early impacts of open immigration, the things that they've kind of took place here the last few years. Have you been back to the UK? Have you been to London the last few years, and how's it compare to when you were in middle school?
No, it's a bucket list. I want to go back, just not had the opportunity. I mean, I've traveled the world, whether it be military or otherwise, but I've not been back to England since 1980 or 81. But it is absolutely one of those things that I want to go do, and just haven't had a chance to do it yet. I heard, though, some years ago, and this has been a while, that the World Evangelism Council declared that England is no longer a Christian nation. And I thought, how sad is that?
Sad.
Yeah.
That is really, really sad.